guys, I am back home and I want to give you a little bit of a life update. I've decided to start the 75 soft again, and I think it was March. It might have been April. I don't know, but I started the 75 soft before and I ended up giving it up because it just didn't feel like it aligned with me. And that sounds weird, but I just feel like it wasn't the right time, I should say, because I wasn't working out consistently and I wanted the 75 soft to be something that I could implement into my life. And after the challenge is done, I wanted to be something that I can continue to do. And I just felt like at the time it wasn't sustainable for me. It wasn't something that I was really dedicated to. So I kind of gave it up, but I did stick with working out. And over the last few months, I have been working out consistently. Well, mostly consistently, but I have been really pushing myself to get up, do a workout, especially on those days that I haven't felt like it. And I decided that I'm going to be starting the 75 soft again. And this time I made a little bit of an adjustment. I made my own rules, but I made rules that I feel like go with my lifestyle a little bit better. And they're things that I can actually maintain once the challenge is over. So I'm going to put my rules right here, but I'm so glad that I got up and I did a workout. Today is August 4th, I believe. So I've been doing this since the 1st, so it's only been 4 days. Yesterday was a little bit of a rough day, but it was Sunday, so I allowed myself to have that as my rest day. I wasn't really doing anything I had set up for the challenge, but towards the end of the day, I kind of turned it around. I really pushed myself to get up and read my book. I stretched, I did some meditating, I even journaled, so I was able to check off some things from that to-do list. And I am the type of person who has such an all or nothing mentality, and I'm trying to get away from that. So when it comes to doing the 75 soft, I'm not going to say I missed a day just because I didn't complete every single thing on that list. I'm going to call it a win if I complete at least the majority of the list, a little bit more than half. Then I'm going to call it a good day. I'm going to count it as being complete because life is all about balance, and I think that's going to be a good way for me to have balance when going through this. It's also going to be more sustainable because I know when I'm not doing this challenge, there's going to be days when I don't want to read. There's going to be days where I don't want to journal. There's going to be days I don't want to work out, and I don't want it to be something where it's like you have to do this, otherwise you are not capable of doing anything, which I don't think I would ever say that to myself, but you get the gist. Right now I am hungry and I want to go make myself some breakfast. It's still early. I think it's only 9 o'clock, and normally I eat breakfast around like 11, 12, sometimes even 1 if I'm feeling a little bit lazy, I'll be honest. But today I am really hungry, so I want to go make myself breakfast, and I thought that I would maybe do like a what I eat in a day type of thing. So I'm going to show you guys what I eat for breakfast, and I think you've probably already seen it, but I'm going to show you guys again. Have any plans for today, and because of that I think it's the perfect opportunity for me to just kind of catch up on things that I've been needing to do and some things that I've been wanting to do. And something I've really been wanting to do this summer is get back into drawing. I miss drawing for fun because I used to do it all the time when I was younger. I'm very much a type of person who draws by reference. I look at a picture and I just try to recreate it in my own style. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing today because I used to have so much fun doing that, and it's definitely an excuse for me to not be like scrolling on my phone, which is something that I'm also trying not to do. That's one of my rules for the 75 soft, is to read instead of scroll. I just don't want to be scrolling anymore. So I'm trying to find other little creative hobbies that I can do in place of scrolling. So right now we're going to be drawing. I found this picture on Pinterest. I think it's kind of cute. It's like a little clown, and so I want to see how I can interpret that into my own art style. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. drawing, and this is how it turned out. I think it's cute. I definitely put my own spin on the hair and then the hat and also the clown neck scarf thingy. I don't remember what it's called, but I should because I studied fashion and I actually learned the technical name for it. But a few years ago, I took a fashion illustration class, and ever since then I have been obsessed with drawing like actual figures, because we had to draw a lot of fashion figures and people, and we had to work on the faces, and I am not good at drawing faces. I'm not good at drawing human anatomy in general, but since then I have been really obsessed with it, and I have just been practicing because I know that the more I practice, the more I'm going to get better with it. And I actually do enjoy drawing this, but I do feel like my style of art is a little bit more cartoonish. I just like drawing cartoon figures. Drawing more realistic people and aspects is definitely going to be a challenge for me, but it's something that I want to continue to practice because I like drawing. Like I said, I used to draw all the time when I was younger, but since I've been like an adult, I haven't been able to find much time to draw. So I really enjoy these moments when I'm able to just sit down, I don't have anything to do, and I can just get lost with drawing for like an hour or two. I made myself a yogurt bowl. This is just a mixed berry yogurt bowl with chia seed, mangoes, granola, and peanut butter. I kept it very simple, but I decided that because I love yogurt bowls so much, I usually eat them as a snack every day. I want to try to incorporate more seasonal fruits with it. While I eat this, I'm going to go ahead and read The Handmaid's Tale. I've been reading this for about 2 weeks now, and I've just been really slow with reading it because I think it has a really slow start, which I think most books do. But this one is just, it's kind of going back and forth between like the present and the past, and I'm getting a little bit confused because there's no indication that like you're going back into the past. It's just like you read a paragraph, maybe two, and then you're like, oh, okay, it's the before time or it's the present moment. So it's just been kind of hit or miss to really grasp the concept of it. I also think this is the type of book where you have to sit down and you have to read it consecutively. Like you can't just read it one time and then come back to it a few days later. You have to read it back to back. And I feel like if I would have just sat down and read this book an entire day, I would have been able to grasp the concept a little bit better. And I'm starting to understand it. It's starting to pick up for me. But I think that I made that connection that I definitely need to just sit down and I need to read multiple chapters in one sitting in order to fully understand what's going on, because the chapters aren't very long. A lot of them are less than 5 pages and it's divided into different sections. So I could read like an entire section of one part a day and then I probably would get through this book. But I'm on page 96 and I think there's like 295 pages. So I have just about 100-ish, 200 pages left. So I'm gonna read a little bit more. I read this morning, so hopefully by the end of this week I can finish this book. Today is Monday, so I don't really have any other plans except for work on Friday. So I will definitely be home reading this book. it is officially time for the last meal of the day. So let me show you guys what I made. Right here, I have some mac and cheese, which my mom actually made. And then I made some chicken tenders and some broccoli to go along with it, just so I could have some sort of vegetable on my plate. It's a very simple meal, but I like that because I would consider myself a picky eater. I don't like to eat a lot of things. So creating simple meals is what works best for me, especially because I'm not a cook. I don't like to cook. Well, sometimes I like to cook breakfast. That's the only meal that I like to cook because I feel like all breakfast meals are quick and easy, but it's just very hard for me to come up with some sort of dinner because I don't like a lot of foods. But with that being said, I'm going to end off today's video so that I can eat dinner. If you made it this far, I want you to comment down below this emoji. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, bye!